Oh, okay. So that's what you do on your days off. I got it.
Among other things, yes.
Well, welcome back to All Things Online. This is episode number 4, correct?
Yep, that's correct. Unfortunately, we missed out during our episode last week. I do apologize. Some family emergency on my end, not her end. So we're here, we're back for episode number 4.
Back in action. Okay, so today we are, of course, going to talk about the new iPhone release that happened yesterday and all the updates that have happened.
Oh, yeah.
He's excited here. He's excited. If you look at his Twitter account, I think that's all it was yesterday. So.
Yeah, we're like, well, not at all.
Most of it.
Yeah,
okay. Well, we're excited, so that's all that matters. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the new iPhone release.
Oh, yeah.
And some of the updates that have been going on so far. If you looked at Yashar's Twitter account, you absolutely know what has been going on every second of yesterday regarding the updates, or how does this work?
Yeah, just go to twitter.com/YasharA and you can find out a lot about the iPhone.
Okay, perfect. But before we get into the iPhone, we're going to talk a little bit about Bing. Okay, so to start off, we're going to talk a little bit about Bing. The new Microsoft search engine went from MSN to Live to Bing, to Kumo to Bing.
Yep.
So it's quite a lot of name changes, but what really is underneath the name changes? It's a little bit more than that. I mean, they're trying to come up with the new Google, aka Bing, but let's see what they have to do. You search for something, let's say nutrition, and search. Here you will see, of course you have all of your results, but in your Explorer pane to the left-hand side, you'll be able to click from images to local to all results, which is what comes up normally when you click in. And then you have is PowerSet, which they actually had bought out for how much?
I believe $100 million.
Jeez, only that was me. And they've implemented that natural language search into Bing. So, there's quite a lot going on with this new Bing. We'll see what happens to it. I've seen a couple of different reviews, and for me, I like it. Why not? I'll use it. I just like the pictures when it comes up. Is that very shallow of me?
I'm going to wait a little bit longer and, continue using Google. And, from time to time, I might use Bing.
Yeah.
And just to see if I'm a good Binger.
So, Yashar, do you Bing?
No. I'm not going to fall for that again. Not this time.
Okay, fine.
I'm sure a lot of people out there are asking. They hear about Twitter. They see Twitter. They see celebrities like Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore, Larry King twittering. But a lot of people still don't know what twittering is. And so what I wanted to briefly cover is what twittering is, why Twitter matters, and how you could make use of it for your personal use, your freelancing work, or just for your business. Mm-hmm. So the reason why Twitter is fairly important, for your business, from a business perspective, is, let's say, for example, you have, you're a new restaurant, for example, and you would like to attract new customers in your area. So what you would do is you would actually go ahead and Twitter about your specials of the day, whether it's soup of the day, coffee of the day, for example. Mm-hmm. And there's one particular, actually, coffee house in Australia who increased their business by 50% just through Twitter. So people will go on Twitter, they would type in the word coffee, for example, and because this particular coffee shop would go after geo-targeted Twitterers, they would find out that that particular person is within a 3-mile radius, and they would send out a message. They would say, we have a special today. Get your coffee and scone for $2, for example.
That's awesome. What about the bakery? The bakery that was in England?
Yeah, another bakery in England. Actually, what they did is they incorporated their whole "we have fresh bread" into Twitter. Mm-hmm. Every person who came and bought bread also started following this bakery on Twitter. So when they had fresh bread, they would Twitter about it. We have fresh bread. So around 4:30 a.m. or 5 a.m., whatever time the fresh bread was coming out, everyone knew exactly what time to go there because they got a tweet about it.
I wish they did that around my house.
I do too, actually.
Nice croissants in the morning. Okay, so for the news of the day.
Most exciting news of the day.
Most exciting news of the day. Drum roll. So let's hear. What is this all about? So we know that there is a new iPhone coming out.
Yep, the new iPhone actually got announced yesterday. It's going to be called iPhone 3GS. Now, while on the surface, it looks exactly the same as the previous iPhone 3G. In reality, underneath that shell, there is so much more. There are some rumors that are saying that the CPU processor went from 400 megahertz to 600 megahertz. The RAM memory went from 128 megabytes to 256 megabytes. The memory capacity has increased from 8 gigabytes, 16 gigabytes, respectively, to 16 and 32 for the iPhone 3GS. Now, one cool thing about this is you can actually now film with the iPhone 3GS.
You can film with it now?
You can film with it now. It's going to be 30 frames per second. It does in VGA format. You can actually also edit your video on the iPhone 3GS.
Oh.
Yes, you can edit the video on iPhone 3GS.
I'm jealous.
I bet there are a lot of phones out there who can't do that.
My BlackBerry.
Yes, and my old iPhone, by the way, too. Another cool thing about it is, of course, you can do MMS, and this is something that's been out and old in a lot of other phones. But finally, it's coming for the iPhone. Unfortunately, it's not coming out until the end of the summer because AT&T, for their own reasons, are saying we're not ready for it yet. Another very cool aspect. The camera is now, instead of being 2.0 megapixel, it's going to be 3.2 megapixel.
Oh, wow.
It's going to have autofocus, and in dim lighting, it's going to take much better pictures.
Oh, really?
Yep. And you're going to be able to upload your photos and your videos directly to your YouTube account, your MobileMe account, or you can go ahead and MMS it to your friends and family.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
See, I'm getting a new iPhone customer. Jobs, if you're listening and you're watching this, I'm one of your biggest fans, if not the biggest fan. It's a release date. And I bet you it's going to be at 6 p.m. because everything that Apple releases is always on a Friday at 6 p.m. That's my prediction.
But don't they close at 6 p.m.?
No, they close at 8 p.m. in the malls. But they might actually extend the hours just like they did for the iPhone 3G, just like they did for Leopard. And they also had some other announcements. Snow Leopard, awesome new features. That's an operating system that's going to upgrade the current Leopard owners. They're only going to pay $29 for a whole new set of features. So yeah, I'm kind of excited about it.
So you're going to be out of here at what time?
Let's just say I may leave early. So that was the news for iPhone 3GS. Go get it. No, don't go get it until I get mine. Then you can go get yours.
Real nice, Ishar. Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
Okay, well, thanks for visiting us today. We went over a lot of things. Like I said, we talked a little bit about Bing. Do you Bing?
No.
And then we talked a little bit about Twitter. And also, to sum it up,
the best news of the day? Well, really yesterday's news, but still excited about it. iPhone 3GS video capability, MMS capability, has a built-in compass, which I forgot to say. TomTom is coming out with an application that's going to actually have voice, turn right, turn left. So for you guys who don't have GPS, you can get the new application. Sorry, I took a lot of time, but I think this is a wrap-up, right?
Yep, that's it for today. Thanks, and remember, you can always email us at ATO@internetmarketinginc.com with any feedback, suggestions, anything you want to tell us. Thanks for joining us, and send us your feedback.
Bye.
Bye, thanks.
Gotta get that. Gotta get that. Gotta get that. Boom, boom, boom. Gotta get that. Boom, boom.